Hello, Lady Keziah here. Sunday is Mother's Day. Let's have a conversation. Give your mother a befitting knife, not just a befitting barrier when she passes. Let me ask you a simple but profound question. Is your mother alive? If your answer is yes, then you still have a living treasure walking this earth. A woman who carried you, nurtured you, sacrificed for you, and molded pieces of yourself into who you are today. So why wait? Why do we live in a world where we glorify funerals more than we honor the living? We see lavish burials, golden caskets, processions, and tribute on posters. But where was that love when she was alive and quietly dead? Why do we offer roses to a coffin instead of comfort to a woman who is still breathing? Let me be clear. Your mother deserves a befitting life, not just a befitting burial. Because once she's gone, all your tears, regrets, and grand ceremonies wouldn't touch her heart anymore. She won't hear the eulogies you never told her in person. She won't see the flowers you never gave her when she was alone in a room praying for your well-being. She won't feel the love you kept postponing to show. And here is the part we often forget. Our children are watching. They are learning from us how we treat our mothers. And one day, they reflect it right back to us. Are you teaching them, if you have children, are you teaching them that love waits for a funeral? Or are you showing them that love is expressed now, loudly, clearly, and consistently? This isn't about money. I did a video about how the future is becoming so expensive, such that when your children are hungry, it would become difficult to feed your parents too. And that is why those of us on the fifth floor, we should be thinking about our retirement in old age. But now, let's limit ourselves to this video. This isn't about money. Out of your little, you can do so much for your mother. This is about presence. It's about time. It's about dignity. It's about seeing her as a living legacy, not a relic to be honored only in death. So call her, visit her, ask her what she needs. It doesn't mean you can provide all her needs, but let her know you care. More importantly, when you are not the only child, everybody can come from a point of their capacity. Make her laugh. When you visit, hold her hands, pray with her, reminisce about your future, about your childhood story, talk about growing up. Bring joy to her soul. Let her feel loved by you. Is she the best mom to you? Probably no. Some of you would say precisely. Somehow you might even think she's horrible. But you see, the fact that she never aborted you should be enough. It doesn't matter how horrible you might think she is. Some of you might understand your mothers the more when you also have your own children. And you realize that as a mother, your duty is not to be liked, but to nurture these children to be wholesome. So many a time, so that you pass through the process of life, such that when she's no more, you can survive on your own. You may not understand this, and you might think she's wicked, she's mean. until you start having your own children. Yes, I understand. Some are horrible. Ebi mu ya ometiama, de obeye omu biara, mu ya ometi. But that is your mother. These relationships are divine. You never had the privilege of choosing who mothered you. Hasn't that taught you something? These relationships are divine. Some parents had to send their daughters away because they got pregnant in their teen and their parents felt embarrassed. So they sent their daughters away. Your mother had the right to have aborted you, but she never did. Some of the circumstances that these mothers got pregnant with you, the best option that came to them was to have aborted you and began new lives altogether, but you never did. Should that not be enough for you? They are the reason you are here today. If they aborted you, that would have been the end of you. It doesn't matter what your life is going through, what you are going through in your life. As long as you have life, you can rise up regardless of your situations. So the woman who gave you love, who gave you love, who gave you life is supposed to be celebrated, not just in the whole year. Some mothers, the jobs they hated just so they could put food on the table for you. Some had to be with men they disliked, but so you'll be catered for. You know, paternity fraud? Some of these women even had to give the pregnancy to other men, not because they were wicked. Some were so ignorant and naive at that level, but they thought about your welfare and well-being. That is paternity fraud. They had to endure this. Do you know the psychological trauma that this came with? Just because they needed to keep their pregnancies and just because they needed somebody to take care of their children, they had to be with men they disliked. And that is paternity fraud. Some had to place their education on hold because they got pregnant with you. Their parents couldn't support them through school. So they had to choose between you and their schools, and they chose you. How on earth can you neglect and abandon such a woman? Some were forced by their parents to be with men they never wanted, just so you could be supported. Some sent you to their mothers, who are your grandmother, because they wanted their lives to continue. And just because you happened to be with your grandmother, they had to take care of the whole household, including all their siblings, just so your grandmother would be able to take care of you. It wasn't easy for them, and yet these mothers, for the sake of having peace, had to endure everything. Don't wait for a tragedy to remind you of her value. If she's still alive, you have an opportunity. Don't squander this opportunity. Don't say, I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised to any of us. Out of what you can afford at your level, do it sincerely. Because sometimes tomorrow might be too late. If you are waiting to own the world so you can give her the life she deserves, chances are she might not be alive to witness that. Honor her now. Celebrate her now. Give her a life she feels in her soul, not just a burial she can't even see. Because love that is only expressed after death is often out of guilt, not honor. And if you truly love her, show it while she's still here to feel it. Yet, even as we honor motherhood, we must equally speak of the burdens, both seen and hidden, that mothers carry, including your mother. We must face the hard conversations too, because in the shadows of motherhood lie two painful truths, just like I said earlier on, and that is paternity fraud and the motherhood penalty. Let's begin with the paternity fraud. This is not just a betrayal of trust. It is a betrayal of identity. When a man unknowingly raises a child that is not biologically his, the emotional, psychological, and financial consequences run deep. But beneath this betrayal, we must also ask, what kind of society creates conditions where deception feels like the only option? In the silence of shame, in the pressure to survive, in the absence of economic support, some make decisions that echo through generations. If they knew what they know today, probably they wouldn't have. But that was the best option. Sacrificing their dignity so you will have a life. And so, while we must confront this honesty, we must also confront the system that births desperation. Let's have these deep conversations with our doctors now. On the other side of the spectrum lies motherhood penalty, a quieter, socially accepted injustice. It is what happens when a woman is overlooked for promotion because she's a mother. It is when the world asks, can she handle it? Without ever asking how much she carrying already. Motherhood costs women in various ways. The world refuses to calculate. Sleep, health, dreams, delayed careers, bodies changed. There are women today that regardless of what they have been able to do to their body, they can never get that body they once cherished so much, all because of multiple pregnancies. And yet, many mothers raise generation alone. They become both providers and nurturers. They give when their tank is even empty. They stay when everyone else walks away. So what do we do with this truth? We honor the sacrifices without romanticizing the suffering. We call out deception while offering understanding. We advocate for economic systems that support mothers and protect fathers from betrayal. We change the structures that punish women for giving life and create new ones that allow them to thrive because they give life. We don't just say, Happy Mother's Day once a year. We say, we see you, mother. We value you. We will do better by you. To every mother who has suffered in silence, sacrificed in the shadows, and stood in the gap, thank you. May your sacrifices not go unnoticed. May your strength not go unsupported. And may the world one day repay what it has borrowed from you for far too long. May your children rise up and call you blessed. And may your children love you and honor you whilst you are alive, not when you die. Until I come your way again in my next video, think about these things. Watch another video from my channel, and in the comment section, let me know how you are treating your mother or how you are learning. So when you become a mother, you would also know what that takes. Until I come your way again in my next video, much love and bliss. Happy Mother's Day in advance to all mothers. And just some of the fathers who equally doubled up as mothers, we say thank you. Next month, we'll celebrate you too. Much love and blessings.